LeBron James was never just chasing greatness. From the moment he entered the NBA as an 18-year-old prodigy from Akron, Ohio, the mission was always larger than championships, larger than records, larger than debate. LeBron James was building longevity. He was building permanence. In a league where dominance often burns hot and fades fast, LeBron envisioned something unprecedented, a legacy that would not end with retirement, but continue forward through family, preparation, and purpose. LeBron entered the league in 2003 carrying a weight no teenager had ever shouldered. The Chosen One was not a nickname. It was a burden. Cameras followed his every move. Critics waited for the moment he would crack. Instead, LeBron delivered one of the most sustained primes in the history of sports. 4 championships, 4 MVPs, Olympic gold medals, and ultimately, the title of the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Yet behind the accolades was a quieter, more intentional achievement: fatherhood under pressure. LeBron did not raise his children away from scrutiny. He raised them inside it. From early AAU tournaments to nationally televised high school games, the James household emphasized discipline, accountability, and professionalism. Basketball was never forced, but excellence was always expected. This environment shaped everything, especially for his eldest son, Bronny. Bronny James grew up without anonymity. Before he could legally drive, his highlights were dissected across social media platforms. Every jump shot was compared to his father's. Every missed rotation became a talking point. At Sierra Canyon, Bronny was not afforded the luxury of quiet development. He was expected to perform immediately. Yet what many overlooked was Bronny's true identity as a player: a high IQ defender, an unselfish connector, and a young guard who understood winning beyond scoring. Then, in 2023, the world stopped. During a USC practice, Bronny James collapsed on the court after suffering cardiac arrest. In an instant, basketball disappeared. The same internet that criticized his stat lines fell silent. Doctors rushed in. Updates were scarce. Questions followed with no answers. Would he survive? Would he ever play again? For the first time in his life, LeBron James could not outwork the moment. This was not about basketball. It was about life. Bronny's recovery became one of the most emotional stories modern sports had seen. Weeks passed. Timelines remained unclear. But quietly and methodically, Bronny fought back. When he returned to the court, it was not as a headline or a spectacle. It was as a survivor. At USC, his role was smaller than many expected. But NBA scouts were watching something deeper. They saw poise, defensive instincts, off-ball intelligence, and mental resilience forged through adversity. In 2024, history was made. Bronny James reached the NBA, not as a novelty or marketing stunt, but as a legitimate professional who earned his place. Sharing the league with his father fulfilled a dream LeBron had spoken into existence years earlier. Bronny's NBA future is not defined by superstardom. It is defined by impact. A guard who defends, connects, and understands moments most players never face. While Bronny carried the weight of expectation, Bryce James developed quietly. Taller than his older brother, smoother offensively, more naturally gifted as a scorer. Bryce's game flows differently. Where Bronny plays with structure and grit, Bryce plays with rhythm and confidence. Now in college, Bryce has intrigued scouts who see positional size, a pure shooting stroke, and significant offensive upside. League insiders whisper something dangerous. Bryce James may eventually become the most offensively gifted James of them all. He does not chase comparisons. He does not rush timelines. He allows the game to come to him. In a league obsessed with projection and instant results, Bryce represents patience. Then there is Zuri James, still young, but already displaying coordination, confidence, and competitive curiosity. Whether her future lies in basketball, volleyball, Or an entirely different arena, Zuri represents possibility. The James legacy is not confined by gender or sport. It is defined by excellence. None of this exists without Savannah James. A former athlete herself, Savannah provided balance, structure, and grounding inside a household defined by pressure. She did not simply support LeBron's career, she stabilized it. She raised competitors who were also human beings. That balance is why the James children do not fold under scrutiny. The James family is a case study in pressure management. Genetics opened doors. Discipline kept them open. Bronny faced mortality. Bryce faces expectation. Zuri faces the future. LeBron James' true legacy may not be measured in points or rings, but in continuation, in what comes next.